like physical medias. Salute! Greetings, Earthlings. We are here. We are back. Some physical media pickups today. Let's see how it goes. Give me a second, please. Mr. Gimmick, Nintendo Switch. Please buy yourself a copy now. Yo, Spooky. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You're. Yo, salute to you, Spooky. Salute. Respect, love, peace, happiness, and to your goals in life. Straight up. All full support. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo. I don't buy these to resell right now. The lowest value print of this is the Japanese compilation that came out like 20 something 30 years ago for like $500. The lowest print you will get of this game is $500. It's $36 right now. So yo, if you could grab at least a copy, grab a copy. Those run for like a rack to 2 racks and better. So there's like 5, 6 games that came out between the Switch and PS4 that are like grab those. Like it's funny how they be like, oh, buy this now. Like I'm telling you, I studied like the catalogs. I studied PAL, that means Europe, Japan, and America for a lot of these game systems. That is one of them. This 100% is one of them. So get your hands on, keep it sealed, put it away. Just forget about that. $36 or what's that? A $72 investment. Like just forget about it. And that will guarantee be a little piece of treasure for you. You know? So that's, to be honest, today's physical media pickup. And I only go after strategic ones. So there's supposed to be another Cotton game coming out soon that I'm gonna get maybe 2 copies of. That's a rail shooter for the I think it's the PS5. I don't know what system, but I'm gonna buy a copy of that. It's basically a remake of the Dreamcast game, which is like a $200 or $300 game, in HD or 4K, whatever the new format is. So any of the Cotton games, good games to get. Any of the Shantae games are good games to get. I think that's a dub. They got one of them. Have Genie Hero. I think it's like $20 on Amazon. Axiom Verge, Shovel Knight, Owl Boy. Yo, whatchamacallit? The Evil Within Part 1 and 2. Now eBay, bro, eBay is the one. So that is a great avenue. The other avenue is to hit up OfferUp. eBay, GameStop. If you in the city, you know, it kind of okay. If you in NYC, I would say dub game. Like I don't want to say dub it out, but like you gotta strategically know what to pick up when it comes into the city, because the city don't really get good stuff like that. It's more, I feel, when I got to travel like in Jersey or to other states. Facts. Okay, so I'm in the city too. So like GameStop out here is not really all that. How I would get at GameStop for the tip to you and to anybody else is the 4 for 40 or 4 for 20 sale. So in November, they have the 4 for 40, 4 for 20 sale. Don't forget the store. Just order stuff from online. And then you're getting it for like $5, $10 a game. That is the sale I go after every year. And then they do it in June, July. So they do it 2 times, let's say, in the same year. That's when I attack GameStop, and I might buy like $300-$400 worth of an order, and just get mad RPGs or horror games and blah 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 for $5-$10. That would be my tip to you through GameStop. That's exactly how I deal with them. And then when it comes to in-store, if I could wind up seeing a $40-$70 game that's in there and it's on sale for $20, or like that buy 4 for 40 whatever, or a 4 for 20 deal, buy the shit and now you're up $100. That's how I collect games that's listed for the dub at GameStop or whatever, but it's worth up over here. I invest into those. eBay is a great app, yo. It's still a great app. That 4 for 4 only for the same copies. Yeah, you could get it whatever is at the price range. Like whatever they have, like you look under the whole list of $20 games or $40 games, it'll be like a certain price range where they have it, where they'll have the games on sale for the 4 for 40. You could pick whatever games you want as long as they have it available. And then the other strategy I would say partially too is that if it's never available online, try to click on stores within your state area that maybe one of those stores can have a copy or two, and then you can add it to the list, but you'll have to physically pick it up. But GameStop is a good app. It's a good business for these past couple years. You just have to know how to roll with the punches when it comes to what to go after from them. And another hint, when it comes to RPG games, try to make sure you get the last one. Like if it's 3 of them or 4 of them, 5 of them, make sure to try to get whatever's gonna be the last of the trilogy of that RPG game. Most times those for some reason always go up in value is the last game. That's a tip for RPG games. A few of them is the Hack series. That's I think 1 through 4. The 4th one is the most expensive. The Xenosaga, I think, or something like that for the PS2. The Part 3 is the most expensive one. I think with the Trials of Cold Steel is going to be the same thing. Part 4 is going to be the most expensive one. It's a lot of games for some reason. That last copy become the Attack of Titans, the third one, I think is the most expensive one. Another disc that I would suggest from GameStop for people to get their hands on is the Mega Man Legacy Collection Volume 2. The games on the Volume 2 collection, at maybe 3 of them or 2 of them are DLC content on a physical disc. So I was buying those last year from the GameStop Black Friday sale. Devil May Cry HD collection eventually should go down. That you might be able to get it for $5 or $10 for the PS4. I would eventually maybe buy like 2 copies or something of those. Hotline Miami collection for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. That's a good game to go after. That's still cheap. I'm surprised. You see, I'm gonna give you an answer to your statement you're saying right now about growing up and how they still do that same business. Let's say technically now, but the difference of like let's say me as a person who will buy from their business, I don't trade games back to them. These games is gone for like not to say a decade, but maybe these games is gone. I just buy them and I put them in a box and they're gone for like years. I'm not even really playing them. GameStop from back in the days up to now, it was up to you, the individual, to source information and learn about what is the games to like go after. And then the catch, like even for me growing up, I didn't know that they had sales. I didn't know about sales every year. And that a game that you might want to get, if you wait 6 months or a year later, you could get it for maybe $20 or $30. I never knew that. $10. They go on sale maybe the lowest, and I'm talking about for the past 30 years, if not all 40 or whatever. They go down to $10, I think. $10 to $12. So, and I mean like games that would be $100, could be $500. There's a time when they go down to like $12, $15. The modern era is a little different right now. It's a little bit different. from the storefronts. What's going on now is, if I assume this, or it might have always been like this. If the people do not order enough pre-orders that they make a certain substantial amount of money, they don't wind up having so many copies at the stores. I was wondering this from a while back, and I mean like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, why GameStop or certain stores, the games was just like selling out. And recently I came across a video that was what I was just explaining to y'all. It was saying exactly that, and I was like, this makes sense. It's a certain number, these companies, when they putting out a game, if the people don't pre-order a certain amount of it, it will affect how many physical copies will be at the stores as well. And pre-ordering is not a regular thing, let's say, of the past. Millions of people did not pre-order Resident Evils on most of these games. You waited till the day it came out and you went to one of the KB Toy Store, whatever store, to buy the product. And now it's the other way around. So people who are hip to it, the other day when a couple months back when the Final Fantasy collection came out, 1 through 6, but you had to order it at 12 o'clock at night or in the morning from the Squaresoft website, and now those discs is worth like a couple $100. You can't even get it. You had to pre-order it. It was only a pre-order gap from 12 a.m. to like 2 a.m. and only a certain amount of people got it right now. And that is a big legitimate company. And so I would apply that example of that company doing that to other companies. To who knows what eventually will happen later down the line. But this is the physical media of the day. If anybody got a brain to, look up pricecharting.com. Not this version, an original version. Look up pricecharting.com. Look up Sunsoft Collection. That's how for me. I look up eBay with that. Look up the originals on eBay. Look up any print aside from the Switch print on eBay. And it's not that many. So, I almost missed out on Wild Guns Reloaded. Cause I've been buying it for the past 2 years, but it's been out for almost 5 years. I didn't know that. So blessedly, I got like 17 of those for the Switch, and I think I might have 6 or 8 for the PS4. I got them on sale for $10 a piece. Growing up, everybody would averagely pay 50 something to 60 something bucks plus tax for a video game. And like how I move now, I'm buying these in stacks. I don't want just one copy for a collection. I'm good on that one. So that's how I collect. I collect physical media on the behalf of, I love anime. I love mangas. I love Japanese culture. I love American culture. I love Spanish culture. I love European. I love life. And the attempts at people being able to try to tell stories is, I think, a powerful thing compared to how a lot of other people can't tell a story. So we all go see movies, watch TV shows, watch the news, listen to music, whatever it is. That's all a story in a way. And some of them could be applicable to help you be a better person. Some of them could just be applicable for nonsense pastime. People try to say, like, on some conspiracy thing, they try to talk stuff about Disney. I think Disney makes great cartoons that could teach you about people in life. From 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil is the city girl. So Disney basically produced 100, if not more, fantastic cartoons and films. Basically throwing mud at the he's against the bourgeois to me. If how I look at Disney World, Walt Disney, the production, all that stuff is against the bourgeoisie. It's not. That's not the bourgeoisie. That's against the bourgeoisie. If he was the bourgeoisie or the powers that be, Why would he expose characteristics of upper scale people to you in his book? You keep all that kind of knowledge away from you. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the whole movie makes fun of Hollywood. And I love the cartoon. I loved it. I loved it for I guess it's true. For people from my gen or whatever, we want to hear those voices again. And I consider that an adult movie from Disney. That was good to go. It was family friendly, but it was also an adult cartoon in the movie because of the energy and their maturity and everything they was on. That wasn't like children kind of mentality. And it was fantastic. It was funny. It was wholesome. I loved it. I love that Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger remake. Banger. I gotta get that DVD. That's a classic for me. I gotta go back to there. I don't watch movies a lot. But DreamWorks, shout out to them too. Pixar, shout out to them. LucasArts need to get on the ball, which actually Disney owns them. But they need to kind of get more on the ball. LucasArts has always been in the mix of CGI graphics. Squaresoft need to get on the ball. To be honest with you, they don't need to just make video games, and they don't need to make just Final Fantasy and RPG movies. No, they don't. They just need to make movies because they've always been ahead of the game in CGI graphics. Nah, Chip and Dale's. Look at the new. If you ever watch Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, or if you like DuckTales, the whole cartoon is a parody. The whole entire movie is a parody, and I enjoyed it as an adventure. I gotta continue watching Treasure Island. I was trying to watch some of that. The original Treasure Island, that the first one Disney did back in the 1950s. Not the modern cartoon one, and they're floating in the future. No. The original Treasure Island. I was watching like maybe a half an hour into it, and it wasn't bad. I was laughing about it. It wasn't bad at all. It was a cool pirate adventure story so far, how it was starting to play out. Yes and no. Like I was just saying just now, I would say to you with the last Chip and Dale movie was basically making fun of Hollywood. And if I'm to be an elite or a bourgeoisie or an agenda, I wouldn't be showing that to you. I wouldn't expose you to that. And the beauty of a lot of these movies and cartoons or whatever is like maybe you might not understand it at that time in life because you're not of that financial environment. But as you'll grow in life, if you might go back to that kind of footage, you'll learn how to relate to it. Like, yo, look this character I used to see all this whole time. I know like at least 4 people like that right now. It's real. They're giving you movies with human characteristics that hopefully maybe you could understand in the moment, maybe when you first see it. But I'm gonna tell you, for most people in society, they don't. Yo, I want to look up what year Training Day came out. Training Day, Jay-Z, Rockefeller, and them had got a deal with them, and they was promoting their clothes in the movie, and I never noticed that till when I was seeing it yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, so all that West Coast and East Coast and whatever, blah 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 blah. Nah, it's been business for like the past, since the beginning. How about that? How about since the beginning of any music genre you could think of? Beef and controversy is really all just business all along. That's how I'm really looking at it. That's how I'm really looking at it. Training 1 minute. Training Day came out it came out 20 years ago. When do you know, dude, to see East Coast rappers shooting tons of West Coast videos. But from right there, as you can see, like, yo, they've been getting a check with each other beyond decades, beyond decades. So that's how you could tell about what business is really going on in the world when it comes to this part of the world or that part of the world. Pay attention to what these people be wearing on this. Yo, it's funny, they be saying that in what you call that, conspiracy videos and whatnot. Yo, look at the signs that they're doing right here, and also pay attention to the shirts they're wearing. Well, definitely if it says the person's logo, obviously, and it's in another country. So let's say you're in Uganda and you're a billionaire famous person and you're wearing this other person's. It's always a form of advertisement. Yeah, y'all going in. Y'all must be going in. Thank you, automated YouTube, for automating absurd comments, if that's to be possible. Or maybe it's not. Maybe they're just automating the wrong things. Walter White would be yo, but yeah, I just noticed that maybe for the first time the other day, and I was just like, okay. So I mean, Hove is West Coast Hove from a dub ago, beyond a dub, maybe 30 years ago. You know, it's more coming. They be trying to say conspiracies are more coming to light about P. Diddy. It's Diddy. Yeah, all that music I grew up listening to, I can't listen to none of that anymore, unless it's R&B, and like other genres. But I can't really listen to rap like that as much anymore. It's too absurd to me. Except for lingos from the different states of the country. And you do a take at music with your lingo. I could possibly click with that, like the Baltimore, the Yabadoos, and the Gibbledangs. Yes, I love that stuff. That stuff get me going. Like, oh, shout out Baltimore, B-Mo, specifically, shout out B-Mo. They look up Shy Money, yo. His song was being posted maybe as a meme or whatever, but I mess with it because I've been following the Baltimore scene for a couple of years now, and I think I like it. I think it's funny. I think it's entertaining or whatever. I think it's cool. So shout out to Baltimore. We out here, dog. I'm just a regular human being. But I took my battery and go on 10, and I make sure I push that on 10, my friends. It is possible, y'all. It is possible, y'all. It is possible. People, it's just about understanding what's in front of your face. That's the key. That's the main key. That's the main key. Is what's going on in front of your face. And to compress your time. Yo, people want to waste your time like almost every day. Unfortunately, compress your time. I'm developing right now to be okay right now to be talking right here just to this camera, just like this, yo. It is not. Yo, dude, I only play DBD, and I don't know why I was playing. I was playing. Yo, a game I could always play, and I actually need to just buy the whole thing too. It's called Town of Salem. You want to teach yourself about people around you every day, and the art of lying. It's like Among Us, but it's way better. It's called Town of Salem. I love that game. It's actually like a text format game where, like, let's say 5 people might be the killers, the rest of the people are townsmen, and we gotta find out through certain formats of information who are the killers, and take them out. And oh man, that is it used to blow minds playing that game. And sometimes, yo, bro, it might not be even a woman playing the game, but dudes will think you're a woman, and everybody just fall for your BS, yo. Like, if somebody wanted to do a live stream about that, I would have been screaming on the floor just to see somebody tricking like the whole chat room for being a sucker for a girl, and you don't even know all along it ain't even a girl. It's just somebody a dude trying to catch the wind real quick, calling all y'all suckers because yo, bro. Since I ever got on that game, I don't care what you are. If you do not look straight to me, get them. When I mean get them, girl, guy, girl, get them. I don't care what you is. I'm not looking to be finding my next wife from a random video game or a girlfriend from a random. Get out, you stupid. I would like to have been that dude. That was the one way I never lied at playing that game. Now that I think about it, talking about it, Town of Salem, I have never, I think yet, kind of did that on the internet where I act like I'm a woman, really be doing that, and then get gains from this shit. But a lot of people do. I think we really been doing that, even in video games, possibly. Yo, that's crazy funny. I would be screaming if I could see somebody do that for a video. And then they laughing at me all along because, like, yo, he's the only right one. That's actually, and all these idiots is trying to basically, they whatever you call it, they just suckers for love. Like, get out, yo. It don't matter what you is. You might be, whatever you are, you still could be the the mutant. And as long as you ain't doing what's right, you gotta go. So, Town of Salem, Dead by Daylight, I'm going to tell y'all, for some odd reason, aside from Fallout, I keep mentioning that game over and over. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, maybe the first 3 Fallouts. That's the point and clicks for the PCA, which I never played. I might want to fall in love with. Minecraft, Terraria, I think it's called, which is a 2D Minecraft. I really love that game. I like Sandlot games in those kind of formats, which it ain't too many. These are games I was playing from like years ago, actually, to be honest with you, and it's also on the phone. But DBD, I kind of do play that every day. It was the art of juking the monster who's chasing you and trying to master that it just always kept me into that game. And then I'm not that good at it, but I'm a little okay at it, let's say. That gives me satisfaction. Like, they'll try to keep chasing you, thinking they're gonna catch you and kill you or whatever it is, and I just keep busting them jukes on them. But I learned how to do the circle around them. It's funny because they picked up on that too. So instead of them swinging straight in direction, now a lot of them will swing in a 360. The game is it's a good game. Dead by Daylight is a very good game that not enough people really big it up. How it's that was it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and what's the other game? The Friday the 13th. Dead by Daylight was the first one, and it was already out for years already. Dead by Daylight was the first one of those kind of games. So, and it's still running. The service is still running. Still updates, whatever. It came out not too long ago for the Switch and the PS4 or PS5. Dead by Daylight. That game is banging. The power, like a good team, good bad guy chasing y'all. It's a beautiful game. Yeah, you know it's interesting. I didn't buy no copies of those yet. Dead by Daylight is a banger, bro. Dead by Daylight is a banger. Yeah, I don't play too. I mean, the games that I have in possession in the coming future, yeah, I can see that. I can see that playing for that amount of time. It's a fun game. But I'm gonna eventually play my old PS1 games I got that I'm happy to have in possession. I got the Resident Evil collection. I don't have a Silent Hill collection. I only got Part 4 and Origins actually. I would like to have Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. I got the Deception series from PS1, and I don't got Trapped for the PS2, which I would like to maybe one day obtain that. I don't have Rule of Rose or the other horror game that's expensive for the PS2. maybe in the coming future I might get lucky to come across those things, but I'm not gonna bust my head to obtain that. I don't collect that way. That's why, like, for the 100th time, I'll keep showing you through the whole episode, y'all. Did you get your copy yet? And if not, you are bugging. And I'm not talking about download it digital. Buy a physical copy of that right now. Right now. Yo, I was about to say something crazy. I don't even want to do that. Yo, the shit poster me almost came out for a second. I gotta chill. I gotta chill, yo. I gotta chill. Bro. That's everybody. You know, it's funny. Shit poster's been out for so long, and a lot of people still just don't understand it. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. But Rule of Rose could have maybe been a $10 game at one time. That's how I collect right now in the modern day. There's games right now you could collect right now in the modern day that will be in those price ranges, and you can still buy them for like a dub $10 right now. You just have to basically any games like any expensive games for that came out back in the days. Look for other games that is exactly like it that came out later. That's the bet. That's how I look for games. Most times there's another person who created like a better version maybe of it. And maybe it could still be cheap right now. I tell everybody all day long, Capcom Classic Mini Mix for the Game Boy Advance is still lingering around for 15 to 20 bucks, and it's like a $200 cartridge and up. It has Mighty Final Fight on it for the NES. That is the main game on the cartridge. It's been out for 20 years, and the low it was at, you could have bought it brand new. You could have bought the box brand new for like $5. I just learned about it not too long ago, and I bought tons of copies of it. So if anybody's a Nintendo head, Mighty Final Fight is on a cartridge for the GBA called Capcom Classics Mini Mix. And it's not gonna be around forever. They somehow they watered down the value of that cartridge. They just kept it like a secret. And there's probably some people, because I'm telling you, I just learned about it over the past year or whatever, or 2 years. I think past year actually. There's somebody who got that in their dungeon, and I'm talking about like 1,000 pieces. I'm guarantee y'all. I guarantee y'all. Whoever got hip to that from 10 years and longer ago, that cartridge I'm talking about, I guarantee somebody got a whole dungeon full of it, of that cartridge. I guarantee y'all. How I collect right now, that's how I see a lot of people probably collect, and then they put their stuff away for like 20 years and better. Yo, 200 times 1,000, bro. Let's see how much 200 times 1,000 is. All right. My favorite thing in the whole world, the calculator. Here's how I do my math. 200 grand. All right, my fault. Now let's do 1,000. Especially like, let's say you got like 200-300. You might have 200-300 sealed, and you only might pay $3, $5 for them. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, the math is beautiful in the numbers. If you obtain those objects. It was a lady I was trying to buy like 20. I was trying to buy her whole 40 pieces. Last September, I found the lady on eBay who had 43 pieces sealed, and I was trying to work a deal with her of paying her $25 a piece. I wanted to buy the whole thing off. And right now at the moment, it ain't even worth much. It still ain't even like, it ain't listed like how it should be listed, worth all this money. It was like under 40 bucks or something like that. So I wanted to buy 43 pieces from you. All 43 pieces from you. I'll buy it right here, one shot, if you sell it to me for like 25, 27 bucks. And she didn't want to budge to it. And then the listing, I think somebody might have bought it from her, because the listing is gone. But that was the last listing I'm going to tell y'all in this entire year on the whole internet. If you was looking for a person who had more than 20 copies of the game I'm talking about right now, it was only this one woman. I'm telling y'all from my research, it was only one woman who had a listing on the internet, and it was on eBay with that game, and had that many copies in one setting. So, yo, There's tons of GBA games. I would tell y'all, if y'all could still obtain those, buy those now. There's mad Game Boy Advance games that for some reason, like they a couple eras of video games are like kind of being undermined, but it in disguise is a good opportunity for a regular person who might want to collect, that you can still get this stuff for cheap. I wound up maybe 4 or 5 months ago, or maybe less than that. I wound up buying like 180 Game Boy Advance games for like $200-300. Paid like $3 a piece. Why not? Anything I can get for $5 and down. So objects that you could use for the rest of your life, basically, to say. Objects, as long as it doesn't like super get doused in some object or something like that that will really destroy it. Objects you can use for the rest of your life. So it's only gonna go up in value. So yo, that's what's up in the world. Is I don't buy video games every day. I don't go after every video game. Not at all, y'all. Not at all. I'm kind of maybe taking a risk, but the risk is based off of the knowledge that I've obtained. So like the risk is like I seen things that's from like 20 years ago, 30 years ago that's wild expensive, and then over the past 4 years they reprinted them for the first time. That's the risk I took. Like, oh shoot, this ain't coming. Like the stuff that basically is out right now you could buy is what's up brunch or Birch. The stuff that is out right now, I don't think it's ever coming back out. That's the best way I can say it. I don't think they're gonna do this a second time, y'all. Unless there's a possibility they want to, I don't know, like do limited run or something like that. These strictly limiteds and these exclusive limited print companies, maybe in the next, I don't know, because if in the future the systems are straight digital, that means they'll have to be doing reprints for the older systems. And whenever they do that, the first print I'm talking about is still the original first print. Whenever we go full digital, they can't do. There ain't no physical media for that. So you have to. These companies in the future will have to do prints for the older machines, if that's possible. And then, regardless to what, the thing that I'm talking about, like buying now, is still gonna have. Regardless. Maybe yeah and no. Actually, at the same time, because it could be less and less people who buy physical. It could be it could wind up over the decades. It could be less and less people, and then because of that, that print for some odd reason could wind up having more value than these. I don't know, but I would tell y'all I don't see myself really doing this as much in the next decade. I don't really see maybe this existing by that time. You know, aside from like you have to buy from other businesses, whatever's the last of the crop. So there's tons of designers and people who are creating a lot of great things. Evercade is a fantastic system. I would tell y'all to collect for. They're one of them. Right now, I would tell you out of all the game systems, Evercade is a very interesting system to exist in the ecosystem. They put out they put out very good games for a very beautiful price. And it's not even that long. I think them games is gonna have a short turnaround. And what I mean by that is like in less than like 5 years, they'll obtain they'll hold value. It's one of the best systems I'll tell anybody. I don't even got the system. I just got the cartridges, brand new, by Evercade Games. I would definitely suggest buy Evercade Games. Unfortunately, there's like some form of funny business going on where not too many people sell it, but I order them off of Amazon, and they're putting out very good data on a cartridge. They're putting out very, very good data. There's another game coming out soon, some Good Boy something. That's supposed to be coming out for the Game Boy Advance eventually. Banging looking GBA game. And it's gonna come out for the Evercade. It's a couple games. I look forward to what their next line of games is gonna come out. Like I hope they do more IREMs. I think they're supposed to be coming out with a Nintendo Switch game. Yo. The Zaza. Hey, yo. Yeah, eventually in the coming future, definitely I'm gonna play my retro games and stuff like that. But I'm just like at a different stage in my life right now that I'm happy to even just still be in the ecosystem of doing what I'm doing. I would definitely say that. I'm happy that how my knowledge was of the past. I would have, okay, right now in modern day, you can have two kind of people. You can have one that knows about game, like really knows about stuff, and you can profit from it. And then you have the people that keep up with the Joneses. So every time a new system come out, oh, mommy, can you get me the system? Or mommy, daddy, can you get me the system? What's up, Mr. Smith? Growl. Can you get me the system until you could afford it yourself? And then you're only buying like a couple games for it, and really every other decade is no value to it. And you never know about it all along. And the person I'm talking about who don't really know about value to it and never know about it all along, that's predominantly the masses. And the ones that, like, let's say somehow figure it out, they figured it out maybe in the Nintendo era or somehow they figured it out about a Super Nintendo or whatever era, let's say, could have been at least 3 to 4 gens ago. Like, I would say to you, those is the ones that, you could have paid off a house note off of this. There's people who have businesses and been paying off houses off of this for 30, 40 years. Aside from the companies publishing a game, where do you think the games is sold at? Those storefronts is making money too. So I would say, still continue on trying to get the okay. How I look at maybe the future of digital media is that the games are gonna take more data. And when it comes to the servers that's gonna be able to uphold a certain catalog of games, they're gonna put the modern day games in the forefront than the old games. So if there's not enough space to put some like the old stuff for data in that server, it's only going to be maybe a certain number of games, maybe per generation. Might only be 100 games out of 1,000 or 1,200 games per console that came out for PlayStation, for each PlayStation. Might only be 100 games that you could digitally engage with, because the 6 or the 7, it's just so much data that we don't have enough space for that. Maybe they will create a time capsule that will have the whole catalogs. Maybe they will. Who knows yet? But that is kind of one of my assumptions is about space. And obviously if the predominant masses is playing this one game that's a humongous game and only a smaller and smaller amount of people want the old stuff, like we got to keep getting the billions. We ain't got time for the old stuff, maybe to say. So it's up to that those individuals between those decades to obtain that. It's just that's how I really look at it. It's up to you if you find something you enjoy through any other era that is not at the modern moment. It's up to you to go obtain that piece. So if you ever want to go and recollect back with it or enjoy it, you can at the convenience of your time. Otherwise, it's lost data. And the internet, okay, eBay, a lot of these apps, even to look for information, it's a lot of information from the past 100 years that's not on the internet. It's a lot of pictures. Let's say if you could see a pic, it's a lot of pictures that were never taken of places, things, this, that, and whatnot, and it's not on the internet. I know this because I have physical objects from 40 years ago that is not on the internet. You don't have nothing talking about it. You can't see nothing about anything like somebody selling it. Nothing. So that let me know there's like a billion other things that's not on the internet. It's very limited. As much people could think that this internet has so much thing. Wow. I don't think so. Because why would it lack? The things I'm talking about that I have here that's not on the internet, that's small. That should be nothing to be on the internet. That's small. That means it's colossal things not on the internet. Yo, it's amazing how I'm able to get into doing this time periods I'm doing. But yeah. Leave a like. Spare some change, please. Yeah, I would love for somebody to be in spaces that they're not supposed to have like loud noise with, and the volumes up, and then I'm quiet, and I just like what the hell? That's just shit posting, to my opinion. But yeah, it's just another day, and play some more Dead by Daylight. I would definitely. You see, I'm free. I'm free promoting Dead by Daylight. I'm free promoting my guys at yo, bro. Sunsoft deserves to be on the front. Okay, my first critique so far. You see these two things right here? That's supposed to say Sunsoft. If my I say, these two little things in this corner of this product should say Sunsoft on it, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Thank you for the spams. Thank you. Vroom vroom. One minute. What is the thing? It's a bike. Okay. Motorcycle. Vroom. Hi. Motorcycle. Vroom. Hi. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please leave a like. Please. It goes a long way. Anyway, peace out.